now that we have started our 4th night aboard the Scarlet Lady, we felt like we had enough experience on board to give a true review of our overall experience, especially since, as many of you know, if you have been following us for quite some time, that we are quite loyal to Royal. So this is definitely a bit out of our comfort zone when we booked it. And I have to say there was some anxiety for me because I didn't know what to expect, right? So
most people don't actually.
I mean, it's a totally
it's-
new experience, and that's what it's marketed to be, and it really is. It lives up to that.
Yeah.
So we just thought that we would share our overall experience, and we have decided to break down our categories by room, food, entertainment, the crew / overall service, and then we'll take the average of those 4 scores and give the ship an overall rating. And truth be told, we have not shared with each other what our actual
scores will be. Yeah.
So our plan is to do a 3, 2, 1 countdown and then give a score of 1 to 5. 1 meaning there's work to be done, and 5 meaning that the Scarlet Lady and Virgin Voyages has exceeded expectations.
Yeah. Whereas like a 3 would be
pretty average.
Yeah, pretty average, met our expectations. So,
yeah.
But yeah, this will be interesting. We've talked about things that we've liked.
Yeah, we've kind of bounced ideas, but we haven't assigned a number.
Correct. So this, for us, will be extremely interesting.
Yes.
And hopefully, you guys will find it helpful.
Yeah. Okay.
So, and then I guess with the scores, we'll provide some
background
of why we decided on that score.
Yes.
Okay. So I guess starting with our overall room. Now our room is a sea terrace room, so the standard balcony room, and we're on deck 14, room
134 Z.
134Z, and we weren't able to pick our location or room. We were just able to pick sea terrace, and then it assigned us whatever room. So that is what it is. Now, deck 14 is, how many decks are there? 17 or something like that?
17, I believe, is the track outdoor.
Okay, so just
probably 16, like.
Yeah, put in perspective, deck 14 is the top deck for all the staterooms.
Yes.
And then the pool deck's on 15.
Yes.
So I think that's important to note.
Yes. You want to count us down?
So, sure. We do 3, 2, 1. Is that what we said?
Yes.
Okay.
For the room.
Okay. And then, 3, 2, 1, 4.
3.
Oh, interesting.
Okay. You want to give your background?
Sure. I mean, for me, the room was fine. And we talked about this earlier, right? Because I have a feeling I know what you're going to say. But, I thought the room was fine. It more or less was a standard balcony that you would expect. Now, some of my favorite feature, not just for this room, but for the entire ship, and we've talked about this earlier in our vlog, is the hammock in the balcony that all balconies have. That is by far one of my favorite features on this ship, because I hung out on there quite a bit. And the other thing that I love about the room, and about that you'll notice throughout the entire ship, is technology. Mm-hmm. The controls that's on a handheld device is above and beyond what we've ever seen.
Yes, I agree.
I mean, you walk into the room, the curtains and the lights start coming on. It's mind-blowing.
It is. That is impressive. I agree.
So, I mean, for a ship, or just for a stateroom period, mm-hmm. I think that's cool. The room, it's a little tight. Mm-hmm. And that's probably why I knocked it down from exceeding my expectations to a 4.
And we're comparing that to a balcony experience on other cruise lines that we have been
Yeah,
on.
it doesn't matter what if it's Royal, if it's Carnival or whatever, just
It's
a
a
standard
balcony experience. Yeah.
room. And then storage, it in my opinion lacked storage in this room.
Yes. So for me, I definitely agree with Michael. The hammock is a fun perk. The technology, although is up to today's standards, is very cool to experience on a cruise ship. If it weren't for those 2 items, I'd probably give the room a 2. Although it is a very clean, brand new, well-maintained room. I feel like for the premium price compared to your Carnival, your Royal Caribbean, for the premium price that you're paying, you are getting a smaller room. And although you really shouldn't be spending too much time in your room, you should still be comfortable in your room. And there were times that I felt like we were kind of like all over each other, and it's just the 2 of us. The other thing is, for this room, it truly only sleeps 2. Unless
That's true.
you can, I mean, I know people can sleep on a hammock. I personally can't. Michael has napped on the hammock, but it truly sleeps 2.
Yeah, there's no love seat or...
There's no pull-out couch that you might be used to seeing on another balcony.
That's true.
But I will say this cruise line is not a family-oriented cruise line either.
Yeah.
It's really geared towards couples, maybe smaller groups of friends.
Yeah.
It's not geared towards a family of 4 or 5. The other thing, and I don't know if it's just our room, 1, the water pressure in the shower is amazing. It is probably the best water pressure I've ever experienced. And my first shower, I felt so clean. But the thing is, I don't know if it's just our room, but the shower does not drain.
It seems like there's too much water that comes out.
It's a small bathtub in the shower.
The bathroom is freakishly tiny.
I mean, the shower issue causes, even though you have the door fully closed, we have had more than one occasion, and it's not just me, because I know I'm known for spilling over the bathroom, flooding the bathroom. It's not just me.
Yeah, I've done it a couple times.
The drainage issue has caused water to leak outside of the shower.
And it's a glass shower door. It's not like it's a curtain or anything.
With a nice seal, and it's not a broken seal. So I don't know if it's just us, but
I don't know.
That has been a frustrating experience. The storage, if we were on here for 1 more night, 3 more nights, I probably would go crazy. I'm a very clean person, and not having an exact spot for certain things has been frustrating.
And we're on here. This is a 4-night cruise.
Yes. So for 4 nights, I think it's perfect.
Yeah. Overall, well, I guess we have our own opinions, right? So I don't know. I thought it was fine.
I mean, I don't want to say it's a bad room, because it is a good room. But if we are comparing to previous experiences, I would prefer the additional, I think, 75, 80 square feet that we might get on another cruise line.
So I found out our room is 105 square feet. And we even tried to measure it out and came up with 105 square feet. So, and did we mention that this is our first Virgin cruise? So we don't know. We don't even know what the other rooms look like.
Because I think there are a spacious a version of this room.
I believe so. I think the shower is actually bigger in the other ones, which would have been better.
Maybe it would help.
But yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of other things.
The room is really clean, and from an overall just like aesthetics, this is the best room that we've ever had.
Oh yeah,
the aesthetics and technology above and beyond.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And it has, let me get this wrong, it has all the features that other staterooms have. Mm-hmm. Just the technology is amped up majorly.
And I'm sure we'll start to see this on other cruise lines as well. But this has kind of set the bar high.
I guess to put that when we're comparing technology from our experience, the newest cruise ship that we've been on before this is Harmony of the Seas from Royal Caribbean.
Which is about 10 years old.
Yeah, so this is by far the newest cruise ship
Yes.
that we've been on, and it was built in
It
2020.
It came into service in 21.
In 21. Okay, so
I mean, it's
right after the pandemic.
3 years old.
And this is the oldest actually Virgin cruise ship. So
anything else you want to see on the room?
no, I mean, from we talked about technology, that's probably the biggest thing.
Yeah. That is impressive.
It was a little warm in the room, but we brought a fan and it was fine.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of staterooms get a little warm.
Yes.
So.
Ready to move on to food?
Yeah, let's move on to food.
Okay,
Sure.
so out of 5.
Out of 5, so food.
Yes.
Countdown.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
5. Now that one is a no-brainer. By far, in my opinion, the best food at sea.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yes. I agree.
It was hard to find something I disliked. There was one thing, and it really wasn't even that bad. It was the scrambled eggs that I had at the Diner Dash place.
Yeah. And I didn't love the fish dish I got at Razzle Dazzle, but that was also on me because they could have made me my own gluten-free fried chicken, which I should have just taken them up on it.
That was great.
Yeah,
so I got the fried chicken.
Yeah.
we probably should step back because the dining experience was different
It's just different,
than what we've experienced before. Well, no, not necessarily. They're all specialty dining restaurants here, right? There's no dining room.
But so we've done the ultimate dining plan on Royal Caribbean.
Right.
And I personally felt that experience was not worth the upcharge.
It's true.
Compared to the main dining room. Because I think the main dining room on Royal Caribbean does a good job. And I didn't feel the need, unless it's a special occasion, to do something different than the main dining room. The food here has just been delicious. And even the things that we have not enjoyed as much are just completely overshadowed by these things that we just love. Mm-hmm. And we've been more adventurous because of how much we have enjoyed the food. Like, I don't know if you've ever had octopus. I had octopus once, but I've had it twice on this trip.
Yeah, and there was just things that you took a standard watermelon that I had this morning at brunch, and turned it into like this weird parfait. Yeah. But it's not like a parfait you'd have in a cup with yogurt and all that and granola. It was like a huge slice of watermelon.
The other thing is we can still come on another Scarlet Lady voyage, and there's the test kitchen that we haven't been to.
Yes.
And there's Extra Virgin that we haven't been to.
6 restaurants.
So there's still experiences out there for us to enjoy.
And we tried 4 out of the 6.
Yes. And tonight we had the Wake, which is the steakhouse. And I have to say, compared to Chops, our Chops experience that we had, I mean, the Wake blows it out of the water.
Oh, yeah. We had it for brunch, too, the other day.
Yes. And so that's the other thing I wanted to talk about, because Razzle Dazzle and the Wake have brunch every day. And we did both, and they were both delicious. But I wouldn't do them again. I would recommend everybody to do them. Mm-hmm. But it was just so much food so early in the day.
Oh, that's true.
That it really threw me off for the rest of the day.
It did. Yeah.
So like this morning we had Razzle Dazzle breakfast. And then I had ceviche for lunch. And then I was hungry for like the mid-afternoon. And then it really ruined my appetite for dinner.
Yeah. Well, we had pizza.
Yes. So I would recommend for people to enjoy the brunches because they are enjoyable, delicious, very relaxing experiences. But with what the galley can offer for breakfast, I think I just might be going to the galley because the galley is just a fun experience.
And man, we didn't even touch
No.
A tenth of the galley,
No.
really.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. Because
It's
we only
about-
went there for one lunch.
Honestly, it's about the same size as the Windjammer, but the choices that you have in the
Yeah.
galley is just out of this world.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to our next Virgin Voyage cruise because of the food.
Food alone, my goodness.
Yeah.
A lot of it was even better than that you would get at a normal restaurant.
Yeah.
And, at home or whatever.
I agree with that.
So, yeah.
Okay.
It was. Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Yeah.
So both 5s.
Yes. And the other thing, and I know I mentioned this on the blog, but anytime I went anywhere,
Oh, yeah.
being asked if I had a food preference or a food allergy, it really made the experience even more comfortable because I have gotten very accustomed to vacationing on a cruise because of how safe I feel that I am with the food options. And it was even more so here. I mean, being at ice cream and being asked if I had food allergies. And I have to imagine that at ice cream, they're more worried about nuts than anything else. But still, like, if you have a nut allergy, they're going to make sure that you're just as safe.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Okay.
a good point. Good point.
Entertainment.
Entertainment. Okay. Ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1,
4.
3. What? What? No way. What just happened?
So
We've talked about entertainment quite a bit too.
Well, and the thing is, the entertainment is on. My issue with the entertainment is on me because the entertainment that we went to last night, the acrobatics performance, it was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, truly amazing. But that is the only one that we've seen so far because I did not understand how to look at it in the app.
So it's user error.
Exactly.
Okay.
We missed 2 other performances because I looked at the title on the app and I thought it was like just kind of like a sit down, slightly educational.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how to explain it. But so Scarlet Night, they had the history of Scarlet Night. And it was on Michael's birthday. I was like, Michael doesn't want to sit through the history of Scarlet Night. Like, I'm interested to know what it's about, but Michael doesn't want to do that. But I look back today, and that was like a performance. And that we probably would have really enjoyed.
Yeah. So, I mean, my score could have been skewed because of
Me.
well, we may not have experienced everything that was there to offer.
Correct. And we
So-
are signed up for tonight, which we haven't been to.
Yeah. But the first night, it was the first night. So it was the sail away, which was well attended.
Mm-hmm.
And the PJ party was out of this world crazy.
So Virgin Voyages, when they first came out, were introducing themselves as this really like sexy and sultry and different cruise line. And it was almost like an upside down pineapple, if you know what I'm talking about, situation. And I think it turned a lot of people off. When you actually get here, it's people just like us. Just your normal cruisers.
We've talked about this. We think it's more of a misconception, right? Of people would think of Virgin Voyages.
Yes.
But there's like, if you were to take the ship away and took the people that you see on Royal Caribbean,
A
Celebrity,
Carnival,
Princess,
yeah.
Carnival, name it, you name it, NCL, and stuck them on Virgin.
Minus anybody over 18.
Yeah, that's a good point. It would be the same thing.
It would be.
It's every walk of life is on the show.
Yeah. I mean, when we went to Gun Bay, it's a table of 6, and you sit with people that you don't necessarily know.
Yeah, and we were the youngest.
We were the youngest ones there.
The other 2 couples were retired.
But well cruised.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, have cruised the world, traveled the world.
One couple they're diamond members on Royal Caribbean.
Yeah.
They've cruised on Viking a couple
Yeah,
times.
yeah.
I mean, yeah. And what we flat out asked them, so what cruise line do you enjoy? And they're like, well,
Now that we've done Virgin a few times.
yeah, they're like Virgin for life.
Yeah.
Well, that
yeah.
sounds kind of odd, but but Virgin Cruise Line
Yeah.
for life.
Yeah.
And they've done Viking. I mean, that's like, your top tier cruise line, or one of, I should say. And
But if I could steer us back to the entertainment.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we totally went to total rabbit hole there of something else. Yeah, for sure. What were we on? PJ party?
PJ party, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, the thing is, they're playing music that millennials and older want to hear.
Yeah.
Like, they're playing the music that we all grew up with.
It was so crowded. You can't even walk in the venue.
And you could tell there was like parents that haven't been out in years together.
Oh,
and they're just
gosh.
and they didn't have any kids and they were having the time of their lives.
It was insane. It was warm, but I think part of it was because of our outfit.
Insert picture here.
So it was a great time.
Yeah.
Honestly, and what do they call them? Happenings crew?
The Happenings crew, yeah. Like the equivalent of the cruise director team.
Yeah.
Which there's no, well, I guess there is a cruise director, which is.
Is there?
But, I mean, that's not what she's called. I can't remember what she was called.
I have no idea.
But, I mean, that's the other thing, right? With entertainment. I mean, I was more focused on the nighttime shows, like production shows or performances. I am missing the trivia. There is trivia every day, but it's once, maybe twice. And it's never like 90s themed or like,
That's
I don't
true.
know, other things, geography themed.
I guess, in my opinion, and why I gave it a 3 is that there wasn't as many offerings that you would normally see.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when it comes down to actual production and performance, I mean, incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah.
The acrobatic thing that we saw last night was insane.
It was insane.
So, I mean, really, I could have gone back and forth with 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Actually, before I even said I was probably going to say 4, but then I was like, okay, well.
But the other thing is, and it's something that we've talked about, there is a ton of live music on the show, on the ship.
Yeah.
Like from space to space, like there's just different live music offerings happening.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so many times that we were like, we just want a quiet space that we can sit, maybe chit chat a little bit. And
it was hard to find.
That didn't really exist, which is, I mean, great because there's people that just soak up that live entertainment. And there is so much of that to be offered. If you just want to sit in a lounge, have a beverage, and sit next to your person and listen to some music, this is a place to be for sure.
I forgot to mention the overall, what I've, in my back of my mind, included as a part of entertainment is casino.
Okay.
And that's probably the biggest reason why I put it at number 3.
The casino itself is a 1.
Yeah, the casino was not great in my opinion.
And that's nothing against the crew or what the crew is doing
not
at
at
the
all.
casino. It's just the overall
offering
experience that, I mean, there's not that many slot machines that are super popular. Or just not that many slot machines, period. There's not a lot. And I mean, it goes with also people not really being in the casino.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not really a place that it's what you might have expected from
other casinos.
Cruise lines.
Yeah, I mean, late at night after the PJ party, it seemed like everybody was
in the PJ party.
And it was literally, the right outside the PJ party venue is a casino. And there was like 5 people in the casino, literally.
But I mean, everybody being the PJ party, it was also a ton of fun.
Yeah, I mean, it was. Yeah, I guess that's hard to beat. The PJ party was cool.
Okay.
Crew.
Yeah.
Crew / overall service.
Yeah.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
5.
5. Yeah.
I mean,
we will never knock the crew because they're on the ship 6 to 9 months at a time.
Oh yeah, and they're
working their tails off every single day, away from their families.
Yeah.
But I don't know. This was just a different experience once again.
Yeah, it was weird because even the vibe of the crew was slightly different.
Almost more relaxed.
And we were talking about this, but maybe we were thinking, is it because of their outfit or their uniform?
Because their uniforms are more casual, but also tips are included in your cruise fare. So it's not like you're going back and forth. Oh, do I add gratuity on, or do I do it later at the end of the cruise, or do I take it off altogether? Like there's no question. And I just think it brings them more. I hope it brings more stable income to the crew.
Yeah.
Because crew on any cruise line deserves the world, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you cruise on any cruise line, not just Virgin, but crew's amazing across the board.
Yeah, we've always found somebody that we really connect with.
And just like this ship, wait staff to room attendants to anyone, they're working their tail off.
Yeah, and months at a time without a day off.
Oh yeah, so
yeah, 5
easily.
But the thing is about Virgin, like we were saying, their uniforms are so casual, and it's almost like they blend more in with the guests. And it's almost hard to tell who is crew and who is a guest. And that almost makes just the overall experience of the ship just that much cooler.
Yeah.
Like, people in, white jumpsuits aren't standing out anymore than your people in your white matching outfits.
Yeah. So that's another thing. We didn't see a lot of maintenance people all over the place.
Which, it is a newer ship, but the thing is, and I said this, every cruise that we've been on, and probably you guys, unless you only cruise Virgin.
Yeah.
Every cruise has the people painting or staining the handrails. And you cannot go on a traditional cruise line without seeing that. Yeah. There is no wooden, at least from what we found, there are no wooden handrails. And there is no painting of the handrails.
Yeah, nobody's painting. No one's sanding and staining handrails.
Yeah, shut down. No stairways are shut down.
I mean, maybe we find someone vacuuming, the elevator
But
lobbies.
with a cordless, battery-powered vacuum.
That's true. A backpack.
Yes.
The vacuum, not the, what are they called?
Mr. Henry.
Yeah.
No smiling vacuums. I hope you have a little clip of that.
So you don't have to worry about watching out where the cords are strung out over the place.
Just small things that make a difference.
And that goes back to not just service, but, technology too.
Yeah.
Not just technology of the ship, but technology of things.
That are just offered.
That's offered.
Yeah.
So to me, that's part of service too, right? So, what else is there? You already a part of service and crew. You talked about the allergy friendly thing that they're always asking.
Yes. And it takes the responsibility of the crew to ask it as well.
Drink service. Now, drink service including, I keep talking about technology because it's out of this world crazy here. These little bands, right? We got these little bands. So instead of using cards, we have these wristbands. And to me, this is part of service. But when you're at the bar getting a drink or buying something at the gift shop or whatever, they're just the technology that they use is like an iPhone or a phone. I should just say
Yeah.
phone.
And they just scan you.
And they just literally scan your
There's-
band.
And there's no receipt.
No receipt, no signing, nothing.
Yeah.
To me,
You
that's
have signed on the iPhone a couple times for drinks at dinner. But other than that, it's just been so easy. And it's not one alcoholic beverage per wristband.
yeah.
So if we were on a traditional cruise line from our experience, we would both need our own cards and we can only get one beverage. And there has been times where it's like, hey, Michael said, hey, just take my card. You're
Right.
already up. You're going to get something anyway, so will you just get me X? And I have had experiences, and I understand why, but I've had experiences of the bartender saying, I can't serve you that second drink because the other person isn't here.
Yeah.
And I understand where that rule comes from. But that doesn't exist here. They ask, is it separate? Is it together? And how the bar tab is set up, Michael has more on his account than I do mine. So we've been putting, lately, because mine has been running out, we've been putting everything on Michael's bar tab. And it's just been so easy.
Oh, yeah. And just the small things of that is, creates efficiencies.
Yes. And just a more comfortable cruise experience. Just
Mhm.
not having as many rules.
Yep. So that's it. I mean, there's probably so many other things that we could talk about, but this video would last forever. So I guess we have an overall score. You already added it up.
So this is crazy, right? So I did my math, and it might be backwards. But we have the same overall score,
Are you serious?
4.25, because our room and entertainment scores are 3 and 4 inverted, and then we both have 5s for food and crew and service.
4.25.
So 4.25 out of 5.
That's actually pretty good.
And I think that's a fair assessment of what our experience has been.
For sure. And I guess overall experience, would I recommend cruising Scarlet Lady or Virgin Voyages, period? Because all the cruise ships that are available through Virgin are nearly identical ships.
Yes.
Right? So, yeah, 100%. 100%.
I will say, if you've never been on a cruise ship ever before, and Virgin is your first cruise ship, you're going to have a hard time going to. You're going to have high expectations, and they might not be met on another cruise line.
Yeah, and
as much as we love the experiences that we've had, and we will go back, we have plans later on this year, and I'm sure we will book more in the following years. We will go back to the cruise lines that we've been on.
Oh yeah, I mean, like we were saying, we mainly cruise Royal Caribbean.
Yeah. But this experience has made us change our perspectives on what's out there. So we hope that helps you guys understand our highs and lows and how this experience compares to our experiences of the past.
Yeah, so if anyone from Virgin's watching this, bring one to Galveston, please. Because
we're not going to get into it, but we have our thoughts on that as well.
It would be awesome. But, it's fine. We're sailing out of Miami.
Yeah, it's been very nice.
Been great. It's been great. Beautiful ship.
Well, with that, we hope you guys enjoyed it and hope it helps you guys out.
Yeah, and be sure to check out the vlog because we had a lot of fun. So it'll be fun to share that experience with you guys and hope you enjoy it. And then catch you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Peace.